Hi, Neil again. This time I'm on a survey in Sunderland in Tyneham Weir, and basically it's going to be a quick video. It's just something that jumped out at me while I was doing the survey. Often when I'm doing training or delivering training wherever, I ask the question when we come around to talking about rising damp, to what height do we remove the wall plaster if a wall is affected by rising damp? And it's amazing how many times, surveyors and technicians will say it's a metre high. And it seems to become this thing that we're fixated with, where we always take the plaster off to a metre high. And, there's nothing says that. That isn't a hard and fast, it's 1 metre high in all eventualities. If you read all of the relevant documents, we'll take BS 6576. What it says is the plaster is removed to a height of 300 millimetres above the last visible evidence or detectable evidence or confirmed evidence of damp, with a minimum height of 1 metre. So the metre is obviously a minimum height we're going to take the plaster off because it's contaminated with ground salts. So they came to this property. It's a classic example of what happens when somebody does a damp-proof course or installs a retrofit damp-proof course and they don't actually work out to what height the plaster's got to go to. So I'll step back a bit. You can see a very distinct horizontal line there, the damp stain, and that is just above 1 metre. So I presume what's happened, they've taken the plaster off this wall, put the damp-proof course in, and then they've replastered to 1 metre high, but they haven't actually worked out that the rising damp has gone higher than that level. So below the height of 1 metre, if I switch the meter on, we're kind of getting, sporadic readings, slightly elevated, but that's typical in a wall which has been affected by rising damp and has had a retrofit damp-proof course installed. But what we do is we come up the wall to a height of 1 metre, the magic 1 metre that everybody seems to assume is the cut-off point, and then we go above that, so kind of up to 1 metre 150, and it stops dead, and then away we go again, bone dry, and then we come down and we hit that point there. We've got obviously now the meters saying it's very damp. If I switch it on to pin mode, I've got to be careful because it is a non-invasive survey, so obviously, but you can see what's happening there. But then if I come below, there's not an awful lot to report. Why? Because it's almost certainly had a specialist render, salt retardant render applied. So they've removed the wall plaster and then put a specialist render on. So that is what is commonly referred to as a salt band. It is the point the rising damp has gone up to that height. So that's where the heaviest concentrations of ground salts will be. And they're hygroscopic, they absorb atmospheric moisture, so now it's exactly what they're doing. Again, I come through into the hallway, and I'll just zoom out a touch, and we've got exactly the same thing again. You can see the very distinct profile there, and the same again at that point there. I don't know if you hear it. You can hear the salts which have crystallized behind the wallpaper. There they are. I'll not push too hard because I don't want to puncture the paper, even though it will be coming off, I would imagine. I can actually feel the plaster there starting to spoil as the salts are crystallizing. I can push the plaster. So we've got that very distinct salt band. Roughly, well, there's actually 1 metre above the internal floor level. You can follow it along the wall. Even if we're doing surveys, on occasions or a lot of the time, we're restricted to the use of a surface moisture meter because if it's non-invasive, people are selling houses, they don't want you sticking pins in the walls and or removing plaster samples and various other things that we could have done. So we're very reliant on the fact that we're using a damp meter. But if we understand the damp meter, how it works, shouldn't be a huge issue. We can normally work out this is very clear what's going on. My guess is that if somebody's put a damp-proof course in, they took the plaster off to a metre high, and then they realised the problem was continuing above that height. They got the company back, and the company came back and said, right, we'll remove the wall plaster to a higher level, which they did. And then what we've got now is in this location, we've got a little salt pocket in the wall plaster. That's at a height of about 1.6. So what they're doing is just chasing this problem around. An even better example of this is that. So what they've done, they came out, plaster 1 metre high, so they've taken the plaster off, put the damp-proof course in, and then they came back on a second occasion to rectify, obviously, the emission that they'd made. And they came back and they removed the plaster at a height of 1 metre, from 1 metre up. You can see where the break is in the line here. And then they took it off up to kind of around about 1.7. This one, there was a second issue. They actually then replastered the wall with an unwashed sand. You can see that the amount of salt in the plaster, absolutely masses of salts. Now, where this property is located is coastal. You know, it's right near the sea, and I know because I walk the dog down here, and I've seen it when I go down on the night time with the dog. I see the pickup trucks on the beach, believe it or not, loading up with sea sand. It's cheap. Well, obviously it's free, except the diesel to get there. And then what they do, they'll come back. So my best guess in this instance is that they've gone down to they've got a whole load of sand, unwashed sand. And they've came in and done the repair. They've hacked off to a height of around about 1.7 metres, and they've replastered. The plaster is, you've got huge concentrations of salts. It's sea salt or seawater that's gone washing out here now, and you've got this huge problem now where they've created. I've seen this so many times in this area. So it's just when we talk about how high does rising damp go to, there's no fixed limit. That rising damp will go as far as it wants to go. As long as the suction of the wall is greater than the suction of the ground, the rising damp will continue to rise. So this thing of a metre is a bit of a myth. But that comes from BS 6576, which says plaster is removed to a minimum height of 300 millimetres with a minimum of 1 metre. So if I find rising damp up to 1.2 metres high, I'm going to take the plaster off to a height of 1.5 metres high, and so on. So I just thought I'd point this out. If you come across it, you will wonder what on earth's gone on here. But it's very, very clear. You can see exactly. They've had a problem. Somebody's been back, probably came back under the terms of the guarantee. They were probably a bit cheesed off because obviously they've got the costs now, so they're trying to save costs. So what they'll do is nip down to the beach or wherever, load up a load of sand, come back, and then that's what they've done. They've repaired it using unwashed sand. So now all of those mineral salts are just bleeding straight back out again. They're hygroscopic, so obviously it's just a cyclical thing. During periods of high humidity, they'll absorb the atmospheric moisture, the wall becomes damp, and then as it dries out, it may start to look slightly better. I doubt this will look much better. And there you go. So it's what's referred to as a salt band. Obviously not always as visible as that or as clear cut as that, but on the same wall here, on the party wall, you can see there's a little pocket of salt starting to bleed through here. And then we follow that line, 1 metre high, and there's our salt band. So I hope that makes sense. It's just something that came across. It's a classic example of what can happen if we don't determine what height the plaster should be taken off to. It is 300 mil above the last, obviously confirmed evidence of rising damp, with a minimum height of 1 metre. So that's where the 1 metre comes into it. But it gets banded about as though we always take the plaster off to 1 metre. The plaster is taken off to varying heights depending what height the rising damp has gone to. Okay, hope that helps. Thanks a lot now. Bye-bye.